There is a word in the English language that means to give authority or power to do something. Synonyms of the word would include permit, allow, unshackle, and emancipate. What is the word that I'm referring to? The word is empower. And in today's video, I want to talk about things that you can do to empower yourself to take your English to the next level. So please watch this video in its entirety. And at the end of the video, please feel free to make a comment and let me know if these tips or suggestions for empowering yourself are of value to you. Suggestion number one, here's a question for you. Do you have any favorite expressions in your native language? If you answered or say yes to that question, then suggestion number one, prepare a list of your favorite expressions in your native language and begin to learn those expressions in English. What's the value, the benefit of that? Well, I've noticed as a teacher and also as someone who knows how to speak a language other than English, when I have an emotional attachment to expressions, it gives me a sense of empowerment. Why? Because I'm attached to those words. I own those words. It gives me a sense of happiness or accomplishment. So, prepare a list of your favorite expressions in English. Suggestion number two, I like to call the 2 R's. The first R, record yourself. That's right, you need to record yourself while speaking English. And for a lot of learners out there, they have said to me, I don't like the way I sound in English. I sound terrible. Get rid of that. Record yourself in English. The benefit of doing that is that you have an opportunity to notice your pronunciation, your clarity, your enunciation. You also have the ability by recording yourself to see how your body language is. So, record yourself. What's the other R? Read. That's right, read. Now, if you say to me, I don't like reading, I respect what you say, but here's something that I know. Particularly if you want to improve your speaking, there is a direct correlation between improved reading improves your speaking. So as a minimum, I would say that you want to read, again, as a minimum, 15 to 20 minutes a day. And when you read out loud. You have the ability to look at different forms of reading, whether or not that would include a novel, short story, or even an article. But by reading and reading out loud, you are exposing yourself to new vocabulary. So remember the 2 R's. Suggestion number 3, it might sound a little controversial to some people, or some people might not like what I'm about to say, but that's okay. It's just my opinion. Talk slowly. That's right, talk slowly. Particularly when you're beginning your English journey. There is nothing in the English language that says that you need to speak English fast or that you need to speak English quickly. Speed will come in time. So when you talk slowly, you are actually empowering yourself. Why? Because you're telling yourself and you're giving yourself confidence. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Talk slowly, speed will come in time. I like this next suggestion, suggestion number 4. What do I call it? Acknowledge and reduce your fears. Let me say that one again. Acknowledge and reduce your fears. Now, fear, particularly when learning a language that is not your own, is real. But when you acknowledge your fear, that is the first step toward empowerment. And if you ask me the question, how can you reduce your fears? Well, by practicing. And the value of practicing is not only will you empower yourself, you are giving yourself permission and confidence to learn the language. So when you acknowledge and you reduce your fear, you are showing yourself that, you know what? I got this. You got this. Fear is no excuse for you taking your English to the next level. And remember, fear can be an abbreviation where you face everything and rise. So, acknowledge and reduce your fear to empower yourself. The last suggestion that I have for you, suggestion number 5, is train your brain to have the proper mindset. That's right, you need a mindset change. Mindset can be defined as the way that you perceive yourself when learning English. At the end of the day, mindset change. You are what you think. You need to change your mindset from one of negativity to that of positivity. Believe and empower yourself to have a proper positive mindset. So there you have it, the suggestions, 5 suggestions that I believe that you can do to empower yourself, to give yourself permission, authority, and power to take your English to the next level. This is Teacher Will. Welcome to the ATW family. If you're new, this is the place where you and I hope we learn together. And I believe that we learn through motivation and inspiration. And please, please, please remember that motivation, inspiration starts with you. So if you're new, click on that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that when I drop a video, you are made aware of it. And feel free, if you like, to share this video, because I believe that sharing is caring. Remember, empower yourself. You deserve it. Until next time, thank you very much for listening. And remember, all things are possible. Empowering yourself is possible only if you dare to believe.